overnight following clashes along the Israel-Gaza border area where Palestinian gunmen managed to approach the fence and fire directly into an army position, shooting an Israeli border policeman in the face. Now, identified as 24-year-old Barel Shmueli, who's reportedly in critical condition after surgery. Now, our correspondent Mary McAuliffe is down in the Gaza border region here. Mary, if you can give us a bit more on just the events of yesterday, what happened along the border.
Yes, good morning, David. So we saw yesterday really the first clashes on the Israel-Gaza border that we've seen in some time. It used to be a weekly occurrence on that border. We've seen Palestinian protesters confronting the Israeli forces along that border fence. We saw reports from the Israeli IDF forces who put out a statement saying that the military there had confronted hundreds of rioters who really tried to approach the fence. They were throwing rocks and hurling explosives and trying to breach that border area. And in response, Israeli forces responded with live fire and rubber bullets and a number of different riot dispersal means. In those clashes, 41 Palestinians, according to the Palestinian Ministry of Health, which is run, of course, by the Hamas rulers in that area, said 41 Palestinians were wounded, two seriously wounded. And on the Israeli side, of course, just as you said, that Israeli border police officer is still being treated at Israel's Soroka Hospital, and he was evacuated by helicopter from the scene in critical condition after he was shot. So in response to the actions on the border there, Israel launched those 4 strikes, just as you said, the striking Hamas military weapons and manufacturing sites there in that area in response.